Wellity. Welcome back to another Level Up with Louie live stream. This is me, Louie, in the Little Empire shop here in beautiful Maryland, where it is over 1,050 degrees outside. Yeah, my VHS is having tracking problems. That's right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Eva. Hello, Button Pusher. Hello, all. Always good to see you out here. Hello, Louie. This is real. And I always have new glasses on. I always have new glasses. Look at that. Same shape as the old glasses. But, you know, a little different. Jillian, hello, welcome. This is Level Up with Louie. This is sponsored by LittlEmpire.com. LittlEmpire.com, if you need some game accessories handmade by people who love games and toys, check out LittlEmpire.com. That's me. That's my brother and I. That's how you say that in proper English. This is just the beginning, where we hang out for a few minutes, we chit chat, and I also play the Level Up with Louie theme song written by the wonderful Michael Bromery. Done a lot of great music for the world, and I've seen some of his original tunes. They're real, and he knows how to make music. Pretty good, everybody. Pretty good. All right, let's get that Level Up with Louie theme song, because the show just don't get started till you know. And the knowing is half the battle. Here we go. Listen to that. That's theming the dream. You got to theme the dream. If you're out there in the world right now wondering what you need to do to take that extra step, theme the dream. If you have something you want to achieve, wrap a little goodness around there, something you love. Like, you might be trying to make it as a lawn services company. Theme that dream. You could be the Hobbiton lawn services company and only show up with like big fake feet. And you always take a break at 11Z's. That could be your theme. If you could be starting a graphic design agency, and you might be like, you know what? I love Fallout.
Into the wasteland.
Yeah, that's the Wasteland. You might theme your graphic design company as if you were stuck somewhere in the apocalypse of the future. If you're going to be a hair company, theme it, call it Crazy Head Dave's, and then you could be you could have the character from Plants vs Zombies show up. That's what I'm saying. Theme your adventure. If you can dream it, you can theme it. This is Level Up with Louie. We hang out for the first few minutes here, making sure everybody shows up. Of course, you will not be demerited if you don't show up on time, but you may possibly just be sad in your heart. It's a nice day here over in Level Up Louie Zone. We are going to be doing some making, some drawing. Welcome, Rob. We're going to be doing some creating and inventing. We have 2 lasers that we run here in the shop. 1, 2. I'll touch them both. 1, 2. And there's the shot right there from Fireball. What a beautiful laser boy that guy is right there. Just putting out that wood. Oh, Fireball. How happy you have made of me. I'm not in any sort of relationship, and I'm not looking for one. I'm hoping one day to marry one of these lasers, and we can raise cybernetic children together out here in the wasteland.
Out into the wasteland.
We travel back and forth in this wasteland routinely, my friends. Twice a week, we're here with our wonderful lasers, Lightning Bolt and Fireball, the wonderful Little Empire studio, where you see I have stacks of woods, and those bags on the floor back there are full of product being made to bring to you at the Maryland Renaissance Festival. The Maryland Renaissance Festival will be starting August 24th. Oh, nice icons there, Rob. Exactly. Fireball and Lightning Bolt. It's so nice that they had those in the repertoire of emoticons available to us. And I didn't do that on purpose. I'm just in tune with the emoticon people. ASCII 42, baby. ASCII 42. ASCII, American Standards Code Interchange Interface Format. ASCII. Ask for it by name. Next moment here, I'm going to jump on over to those lasers. I'm loading up chests and mimics. Let me grab those real quick. We have some chests and some mimics here. You see all those? Those are prototypes. No sale. It's a prototype. Sometimes I do sell my prototypes. Like if you see one on the shelf and you pick it up and it says no sale prototype, that just means you're going to be paying a little more for that. UTF-8 all the way. We're talking codes, ladies and gentlemen. If you're out there in the wasteland and you're wondering what the code word is, UTF-8. UTF-8. That'll get you into the best hacking dens in the wasteland, where you can work your hacking skills on things such as water cleansers, power inverters, and solar arrays. Don't forget, in the future, everything's fine because the sun still shines. The wasteland. Code. Streaming for you. We're going to jump into some music. That's what we like to do here. Consider all this a background vibe going on when you're at work or at home with the kids or just at home by yourself doing a little work. I don't know what your setup is. I just know I like having you be part of mine. I got a bit of words in some of the songs, but later on,
Time's up.
we'll just be going to pure instrumental as much as possible.
In the mirror.
Into the wasteland.
Now I see clearer, clearer.
Who am I? Somebody who can't get a hold of his mind. Somebody who doesn't know one from the other until I see both and emotion collide. I say I'll be fine, but that was a lie. You tried to make me someone you could define, but I couldn't fake all this hatred. You gave me a scar just because I had spoke out of line. Again, I was lost inside of my thoughts. I wanna do better, I guess I could not. It's in what he said, it controlled me a lot. And yet in the end, all I see are my flaws. And I just go off whenever I'm crossed. So give me the truth, I'm sick of the loss. If only you knew the strength that I've got. It's not cause of you, there's nothing you taught. But how ironic though it's cold, it doesn't really bother me. And they will never leave me frozen. All I gotta do is breathe. I'm gonna be the one who's chosen, and I'ma leave you for the weak. I'm sick of feeling like you own me. I found a different source of heat. I was never alone, I couldn't do this on my own. So shout out to Uncle I wrote, was my single hope. Without him I would've composed to help realize my goals. And it really shows, cause I've been at war with myself up inside my head. All this time I had only tried to be someone I could pretend.
Time's up. Through the fire and the flames, I'm gonna rise up. Look deep into my life in the mirror. Was a struggle inside, I see clearer. Now I see clearer. Now I'm burning. Years of trying to know my purpose. Tell me, why did I deserve this? Time's up, I know the truth is out, and now you'll be burned.
Who am I, a fool who buys into the system you provided? I would ride for you, oh Zion, even die to prove a liar. Father, son, the two divided. Took my love and crucified it. Filled with hate and you supplied it. Thought me weak and you despised it. Searching for a father, but I already had one. Searching for acceptance, but I already had some. Had to look internally, further me from the burgundy clothing that I had known. I had to go on my own. It was a change that I didn't think I could make. He showed me the way, would say every day, if truly you want to be great, the mirror is what you must face. I couldn't relate, I wanted to please you. I was the begging to you on my knees. To what did you do? You made me retreat to doing a task that no one can reach. You didn't know then what you were setting in motion. It was beginning of them, made an enemy friend. The further I got from the hate, the more I was making amends. The hate inside replaced with love, the hate that thrived, the race because Fire Nation needed purging. I'm the leader they deserve, yeah.
Time's up. Through the fire and the flames, I'm gonna rise up. Look deep into my life in the mirror. Was a struggle inside, I see clearer. Now I see clearer. Now I'm burning. Years of trying to know my purpose. Tell me, why did I deserve this? Time's up, I know the truth is out, and now you'll be burning.
All right, that was the Zuko rap. The Zuko rap. Zuko, a wonderful character from Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you need to watch a good cartoon in your life, if you need something to take you away, like Calgon used to do, if you need something to take you away, go, I urge you. Get on Nickelodeon or find somewhere out in the world somebody who has a DVD collection of Avatar: The Last Airbender. One of the best, most ultimate animations to date. Let's get a little music going here. I try to figure out why some of these buttons don't want to do what they should be doing. Oh, there we go.
saw it in a dream. In the middle of the world, it was just you and me. It all happens when the sky falls. When the sky falls. When the sky falls down. When the sky falls. When the sky falls, I would give it all just to be the two standing. Never hit the wall if we hit the ground running. Answer every call just to be the one there with you. Oh, I saw us in a dream. You were staring at the sky, there was nothing between. Everything that we had, 'cause when the sky falls. There was nothing but time, there was nothing but time, there was nothing but time, there was.
The top shelf tumbles and the wall clocks run the well. Scotch bottles and the soda guns. You missed the last train from the city tonight. Old friends see each other in a different light. You missed the last train tonight.
On that last train tonight, you've missed the last train tonight, but not around here, friends. You're always on board with Level Up with Louie. Level Up with Louie when you need somebody just hanging out with you at work, or maybe you're out for a jog in the afternoon, 105-degree heat, and you're just jogging it because that's what you do.
Out into the wasteland. Out into the wasteland. Out of the wasteland.
That's right, out here in the wasteland, we try to make it all feel pretty good, even though everything is crumbling down around us. That's right, in the wasteland, if you don't have water, if you don't have food, at least you have friends. Isn't that important? I mean, in a way, aren't they? Water and food. I don't know what sort of technology you're running. Maybe a still suit like on Arrakis in Dune. Let's give a shout out to Herbert. Frank, that is. An author of the past. You have a favorite author. Why don't you share that with us? Let us know maybe a book you're reading. There's always something good going on, but I'll be quite honest with you. I haven't been reading as much as I should, and that's a darn shame. It seems like this telephone device that I always have in my hand is taking up way too much time. I should supplement every hour on the phone with an hour in a book. Because, as we all know, books are cool. If you enjoy reading, why don't you get out there and find a book today? Maybe one you put down, maybe one from the past. Maybe what you need to do, Louie, is pick up a new book from that pile of unread books and start something fresh, because you're halfway through the old one, buddy. And I don't think you're gonna make it till the end. I don't know if that's a commentary more on what a book is or more on where you are. Everybody, we're going to do some more cutting. I need to make some adjustments in a Photoshop file. Then I'll get back to making some beautiful signs for the booth. I want to have some signs that I can put up. They're about the size of a board with multiple layers. Dragons, dungeons, minis, dice, game artwork. What do you think would go well on a sign? Also, if you don't want to interact, sit back and keep lurking. Yeah, retired would be nice, but Rob, here's how I figured it. I've been somewhat retired for many years of my adult professional life, putting them quantum thumbs of not knowing everything all the way in there. So I got to read now. I can't wait for retirement because, well, I'm not going to get one. That's right. I need to keep myself physically strong and mentally awake so that I can be doing something like this forever. Luckily, I have tried to figure out a way to where I can work all the time, be in some central location, make my own schedule, but still deliver things at deadlines, and not have a major boss other than myself and the handfuls of people who hire me for things. And I'm not saying everybody has to do this, but when you're going to be out there in the wasteland, you got to have some leadership skills. So I suggest everybody start a side hustle now. Just so when you make it to the wasteland, you know how to lead a band of filthy marauders. Let's get back into some music and lasers. I'm going to jump over to that computer and make some adjustments to some files. Stick with me. We got a little bit more time, and I am feeling just fine. Everything is sunshiny when you're out here rocking and rolling with us. Okay, this is Louie of Level Up with Louie. And as usual, we are
Into the wasteland.
just adrift in this big, beautiful world created over the course of time by billions and billions of years. You can hear a laser singing in the background. That, of course, is the laser known as Fireball. Fireball, for all your Glowforge Plus needs, that Fireball laser right now is cutting a candle shop. Sometimes here at Level Up Louie, you're going to hear me say the same things over, but you know what? Repetition makes the heart grow fonder. And that's right, you love to be informed that I'm also working on a wizard booth called Wizard Shack, based on Radio Shack. So I think I'm going to put a boombox in the window. Based on this same building, in the beginning of this whole process, you start with the basics. Step by step, Level Up with Louie. I started with some basics. I created a village booth and a sword booth. Those were what I called them, a weapons booth. Village booth, sword booth, weapons booth. Two versions. The village booth, simple, straightforward, and nothing, the roof did not come off. Think of it like that. I literally believe, or do I believe literally? Two different things, right? Literally believe, and even though I believe it, what is that based on? Why? Or do I believe literally? This is the first one out of a Glowforge me, the basic village booth. It had a sign here but that broke, but look right here. LE01. This is a prototype up there on that shelf. Some prototypes. And again, I don't sell my prototypes unless you have a lot of money and you just want to get rid of it to have some art, and I'll sign it. But I'm not going to do anything weird, and I'm not going to like go out of my way. This is called quid pro quo, Clarice. Quid pro quo. Speaking of Latin phrases, we all know that the Romans were up in the Germanies way back when. I mean, the Romans honestly were all over the place. If you all remember back to some of your history, Rome was a biggie boy empire for a while. Fireball just wrapping up there. Rome like laid down some law. I don't know if you knew that. But Rome was it for a bit. And it went all the way up and off to the sides and down into Africa's. Woo, laying out. You can picture a huge red eagle taking over the Mediterranean and Europe. They played games. And one of the games they played was called Dice. And I don't know anything about anything, but somewhere I read it was similar to Yahtzee. They also used dice towers. Now, dice towers, some of you know, are used in games. Speaking of Latin, I know we transitioned off the village booth. Look at this. That's the candle shop. The roof comes off. And you can see candles in the windows. And up in the rafters, you can see a little candle. This, the roof does not come off. The top is very breakable here. Now I have the top connected through the unit into the rafters, which connect into the roof. It's like a solid roof, friends. Like, I'm proud of that engineering. You have candles in the side. Step by step. So this is one that went through that process. And now it is this dice tower. This is pretty much a final painted version. I took some nice pictures of it. I'll have it up on the website soon. And of course, I'll have it at the Maryland Renaissance Festival. Let me see if I have a picture of this right here by any chance. Let me see. I can choose from some past sources what we need to see. It's like I am an actual wizard of the future. I can make things happen. Now you see an image on your screen. All right. I'm trying to match. Obviously, my graphics friends out there, I'm trying to match perspective here. And the only AI system I'm running is up here, so good luck with that. But it looks pretty good. Well done, everybody. I thank you for keeping on me about this one. Mwah. I'm happy with the outcome. Look at this. Hey, not bad, everybody. I know that was awkward silence for all the podcast listeners, but please remember that awkward silences are the little magic we accidentally create every day. Make sure today, when you're on your drive of sanity, either home to run errands or just getting out and seeing the corn grow, you disappear into silence. No radio, no phone, windows down, audio on. Just the audio of the streets and the roads of your life. What a delicate balance between here and wasting away in the wastelands today. You're on it. Thanks a lot, friends. Let's get back to some music. There's a little something called Ronin These Things. Welcome everybody to Level Up with Louie. I say all right. Like that, so you know we're getting back to a little chit chat part of this action. I needed some sort of upbeat, magical, somewhat curated music / DJ voice in my life. So here we are. I just decided to make what I needed. I'll jump in every once in a while with something like, and Uruk were some of the oldest known civilizations of man. And something along the lines of Genghis Khan, cool guy, led the Mongols. Cool guy is relative, of course. 808s and hand claps. 808s and hand claps. 808s and hand claps. You hit the beat, no going back. 808s and hand claps. 808s and hand claps. You know it. 808s and hand claps. Everybody now, hit the beat. You won't be going. Everybody knows that we're knowing and knowing. Everybody knows that we're showing and growing. We're expanding our minds. So anyway, most of life is governed by physics and chemistry. I don't know if you know this. Physics and chemistry. How particles interact and how organic particles chemically interact. Slightly different, but very similar. When you're dealing with organic chemicals, the chemicals of life, you can abstract out comes of not knowing. You can abstract out quantum mechanics and the major effects of Newtonian physics. Chemical reactions are almost a beast that creates their own environment, because most chemical reactions can only occur in certain environments. And that's just a universal law, unless somebody says otherwise. Again, if you're coming here for doctoral advice, let me set you straight. I can only show you some interesting doors, and all the facts and magic are up to you. Level Up with Louie. Level Up with Louie. You might know us from the Renaissance Festivals. You might know us because you grew up near us. You might know us because some weird, lonesome night we crossed paths in an alleyway in Upper Baltimore. You, with your free CDs of rap music, and me there, kicking back on a dirt bike that somehow I got street legal. Just hanging out. Two interesting people in interesting time. Well. If it isn't later in the afternoon, you're all doing great out there in that big wide world. What are you using to measure the world today? What sort of magic can you make happen? Nobody knows but you. We're just hanging out here at Level Up with Louie. Sponsored by Little Empire. Here we go. Oh, you can go to our website and meet us, Louie and Joe. Our Instagram's up there. Beep, boop, beep. And you can order things like spend real human money for things created by artists. Visit us online anytime or at the Maryland Renaissance Festival coming up August until October every year. I just put those blanks in there so my editor can just put in any number they want. August 73 till October 131. Oddly enough, the thing we didn't see coming in the future was that all the month's calendar dates would change. That was the biggest thing we missed. Oddly enough, the good old people making temples at Göbekli Tepe, Göbekli Tepe, were making monuments to these things thousands of years before and Uruk showed up on the map. You might be thinking, hey, Louis, isn't and Uruk the oldest human civilizations we know of? Sure, you might be saying that to yourself. But do you know what? I don't know if you know this. There are monuments, citadels, and ancient relics older than our oldest cities. It seems like humans in certain parts of the world, maybe 20,000 years ago, like to get together, party, and build monuments. What else are you going to do with your time? And it's not like there were millions of us to take care of. No, there were hundreds of thousands to 20,000s to tens of thousands of us. And the right sort of leader with the healthy, hearty, strong hands of religious majesty can make almost anything happen. Good job, spiritualists. Good job, monument builders. I appreciate it. 20,000 years in the future. We are running a little bit of a... I had to make sure I got 2 chests and 2 mimics up on a board. Right? 2 and 2. There we are. You might want to come to Little Empire. Check out Joe and Lou. These cats are selling things and making things all day long. Look at that little cuddly dragon. All the way up until October 24th. 20th. We'll have to watch that whole ad again later. I know you're out there in the wasteland.
Down into the wasteland. Down into the wasteland. Out of the wasteland.
And it seems like everything is going somewhat on the rails. Well done. Good job. Up in that next boxcar to paradise, my hobo friends of Wasteland Paradise. You were wondering what late stage capitalism would look like. Our great sci-fi writers from the 80s, 90s, and today somewhat predicted it all. That's right, Rob. That's right. Whatever you say next is Wasteland Gospel. You're all doing great out there. I appreciate you, and I think you're going to be happy with yourself for something today. Go ahead, take that on. I would be happy if I could find my national treasure green box of animals from the 80s. I know that's around here somewhere, and I went on a hunt for it out that door. But that door also leads to ruin. I step out there seldom while we're streaming. Welcome once again to Level Up with Louie. We have two lasers running today, Lightning Bolt and Fireball. Glowforge Pluses, you can see them here in the shop, and you can see that camera that is positioned over Fireball right now. And then here's the shop shot, and then also here's the computer, and here's the face, my human face. Here's everything together. If we move that shop shot, I think that's what we need to do right there. As they say in the business, move that shop shop. Oh my, send a Blake line, or perhaps that's what I'm saying, Rob. You just evoked one of the great mysteries and great histories. A blank line, a silence. How many great gurus of the past said, hey, you're feeling a little bit of that, wow. Get a little bit of that. Deep, purposeful breath. Deep, purposeful breath. A blank line. Perhaps a silence. But nothing ever quiets down. Lightning Bolt and Fireball just lazing for you every workday, Tuesdays and Thursdays. In the future, we're going to add some more streams in here. But right now, 2 is cool, as they say in the radio business. 2 is cool. We got lasers. We got chill beats. We got a little bit more music. Let's mix it up, though. We're going to go to DMCA free instrumental. You guys want some metal? That sounds a little crazy. How about lo-fi? About another hour and a half. We're just chilling. I'm doing some work and making all these things happen. I'm about to run 2 chests and 2 mimics per board. My guess is this will be one of the longest cuts in the shop. My brain guess, I've only run them separate at about, maybe you've seen the stats, maybe 20-30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes maybe. So I'm going to guess this next cut of Lightning Bolt is going to take 52 minutes. That's my guess. Put your guess in the chat. Whoever's closest without going over literally wins one of the mimics or chests from that board. I've never done a giveaway. I have in the past, but don't tell anybody. It's fun to just give things away and mail you something. That way I get your address if I ever get around to doing gift cards for people during the holidays, or just hello, nice to see you cards sometime throughout the year. If you want a section where we just sit down and we all buy some stationery one week, the next week we get it all out, set it out, and then think of 5 people we're going to write a letter to. And then the next week we take an hour and we just sit to some music and sip some tea. And write some letters to friends. I like getting letters, but unfortunately, I have a stack of letters over there in the distance. the distance, my friends, when we are
into the wasteland. Down into the wasteland. Out of the wasteland.
let's keep cutting. Well, well, well. If it isn't my good friends out here in cyberspace, what a joy it is to be able to hear two lasers. Light amplification by the stimulated emission of radiation. Laser. If you don't know that acronym yet, eventually you will. It is one of our favorite acronyms here at Level Up with Louie. Level Up with Louie will be down in New Orleans. New Orleans, where you can catch me at Ren Adventures. That's right, Ren Adventures. Hey, Sally. Hey, Kara. Look at everybody saying hey. Hey, I'll say hi too. I'm sorry. Y'all were saying hi and I jumped in with a hey. How socially awkward of me. I guess I have a little bit to learn about social graces. If you have something to learn about social graces as well, make sure you make it on down to Edna Boutique of the Gentile Arts. Edna's Edna Boutique of the Gentile Arts. If you need to learn a little bit about how to conduct yourself in the wasteland, if you need to know how to make a party go, go, go when half the party is irradiated zombies, Edna's Edna Glamour Boutique. Every day the name changes just so the security companies don't meet up with them. Social graces, that's right. They are hard to come by sometimes. Jillian, have a great day. Yeah, of course. Always, I appreciate you being here. Seize the day. Carpe diem. As we all know, Latin is where it's attin'. Roman is where it's gromin'. Here we go. Take care. Jillian, thank you, honestly. From the heart. Have a great day. Cheers. And everybody here, have a great day. Cheers, my friends. Have a great day. Cheers. Fellows Romans, people of the cyberspace, hello and welcome. This is Level Up with Louie. We're going into our last hour here, and our last hour usually goes with a little bit of lo-fi. That's a little bit of what we do in the last hour here. So if you need some lo-fi beats, and you can see my eyes dancing across the playlists right now as I'm doing two things at once. All right, you want to call it four? Fine, call it four. I'm doing four things at once, as most likely you are. And cheers to that. You know what always gets somebody going in the morning? When you think you poured pure, sparkling, non-flavored water into a mug of your choice, possibly a tiki-taki, strip the lights fantastic sort of thing. But no, it's flavored water, but you don't mind the flavor and you're just going to keep going with it. Hey, hi. And that's how we say goodbye, but not for another little while. Let's get back to those lasers, some drawing in Adobe Illustrator. If you have any questions about anything that's going on, let me know. If you've tuned in before, tonight we will not be doing the Veil of the Failed and Fallen, but I might be checking in. Paulo Garbanzo is doing just some things come up. This is the nice thing about Nat 21. When things come up, other people cover. And there's always something creative and wonderful going on at Nat 21. If you need adventure every night of the week from Renaissance Fair performers and other great auxiliary and ancillary and tertiarian creators to that Mailu or Mayu or Millier. We got it. We got it. Nat 21. Forget about it. We got it. We got it. Let's get a growl. jazzy vibe. Maybe you're out there right now writing a novel and you just need to feel like you're at a SB cafe kicking it back. Well, don't worry, in about 20 minutes here, I'm going to yell out your name, and if you don't hear it, I am going to screech out the same, but in a language that's incomprehensible to man. We're going to let these lasers sit for a little while. Let me let you know that when I'm rocking these lasers and they're moving to and fro, they build up a lot of heat. Almost too much heat, with the outside temperature reaching what? 1200 degrees Kelvin. Nobody knows how to convert Kelvin to Fahrenheit to Celsius. Nobody knows. That's the thing about science. Some of these basic facts that we rely on, we just kind of made up on the spot and then colored in with crayons. When you hear scientists talking about all the math they do and all the magic they make, you just need to look them in the eye and say, no, sir, no. Your facts are craps. At least that's what I do every time I meet a scientist or mathematician or somebody who has dedicated their entire life to observing without bias the world around us, and then codifying and presenting the rest of us with information we can use to live better as ourselves and as a species. Now, when I see somebody like that walk into the bar, I just say no. What a waste of time. You better get back up there and figure out something else to do with your life, because this hardcore dedication to science, research, and unbiased review of the data in front of you just doesn't seem to be doing anybody any good. Unless maybe it does. Everybody, welcome to Level Up with Louie. This is the stream of adventure where we go on an adventure inward to finding out more about ourselves and outward to each other over the internet. A mystical, magical device. At this point, nobody knows how it works any longer, but we still have 16-inch floppy disks just floating around somewhere. Sally, what a joy you are, converting Kelvin to Fahrenheit. All right, well, okay. Yes, 310 Kelvin, thank you. Right now outside where we are, and almost everybody out here,
Into the wasteland.
out in the wastelands, are rocking a clean, calm, collected 100 degrees on average. And that just doesn't seem right, even though I do know it's middle of the summer. The thing is, multiple days of 100 degrees just not seem fun. And you know what? Come to find out, it is not. If you're sweating through it like me, you're making a go at it. If you're out there in the world, I salute you. And I say, soldier on. Gird your loins. You have another day in you. Get up, do a thing, pour yourself a water, stretch, breathe deep, take a moment of silence where there's no stream, no music, no ambient noise under your control. All that is silenced. For you to take a few moments and just think about where you are, be grateful for a few things, and take a good few deep breaths. Breathe in the air around you. Nice. Look at this. Sally and Rob coming in with some sweet facts and laying the magic down. This is what I love. I like knowing the next time I go up to Jeopardy, I might have a couple more trivial facts up my sleeve. A storm there now. I might have a couple. Let's give a growl out to storms up your sleeve. If you need a storm in your sleeve, come by Willie's Wizards Confections and Storms. If you aren't satisfied with the sugary treats, you will be satisfied with the way they can blow down your neighbor's gazebo. If you need a small meteorological artifact to wreak a little havoc on a neighbor you're just not interested in living there anymore, come on down to Willie's. Growl out to Rob and Sally, if you guys could just switch weather for a moment. We'll see if we can get somebody on that. We have people in power all over this wasteland.
Down into the wasteland. Down into the wasteland. Out of the wasteland.
Cutting clean and cutting mean. That's right. It is Level Up with Louie, stream of adventure, and we're rounding out our third hour. It goes so quick. Remember, tonight at Nat 21 Adventures, we're hanging out, doing some talking about Gen Con, which Paulo Garbanzo and Hansa were at recently. Some other members of Nat 21 will be stopping by. I may stop by as well. I don't have much to contribute, but I can ask pertinent questions about the whole adventure. This has been Level Up with Louie. We have been hanging out in the shop with our wonderful lasers, a lightning bolt, and fireball. Two little beauties who are doing their duties, cutting and lasering for us. That's right, us. If you need something lasered and you don't mind me complaining about doing custom orders, then come on down to Level Up with Louie. I will take your custom order and be like, and get it done. That's right. Here we go. Thank you ever so much for joining me here in the Wasteland.
Into the wasteland.
We've spent the last few hours doing some cutting, doing some designing. I have been working on some wizard shop. Look at that there. Got a spider, and that treasure isn't a treasure. That's a boombox. It is called Wizard Shack. I figured throw in the side window a little boombox and a popcorn maker. Always a grand adventure. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Kara. Thank you, every single one of you. Jillian. We had Lit Punk popping in, Button Pusher. Eva earlier, my cousin Eva was here for a moment, and I really appreciate that. She has her own YouTube channel, and she drew me this cool picture of a dragon, which I have up over here, and I'll pull out next time. Thanks again for helping me get through making this dice tower. I'm going to have some beautiful pictures up on the website soon and Level Up with Louie. And then it'll be up there to order. If you want a replica of the Weitzheim Frostheim Dice Tower, you can get it there. Thanks a lot, everybody. Always so good. Always so great. You did it. We did it. And I love doing this with you. Thank you, guys. I'll see you on Thursday. We're getting closer to that Maryland Renaissance Festival and other great adventures. Keep leveling up. I believe in you. Take care, everybody. Goodbye. You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep it up. One more thing today. Two more things. You got this. You have this.